Look at Eric is all weirded out.
All right, it is not 3 o'clock, it's 3:09. And I'd like to call the meeting to order. If you have your cell phones off, hold on. Please turn them off. Becky, can you call roll?
I sure will. Tom Wilson, Dean Friel, Jack Scrogstead,
Here.
Mike Pearson.
Here.
Ryan Rod.
Here.
All right, any public attendees here that would like to speak? No, no one to speak. All right, approval of the minutes. There's no changes or corrections to the minutes from the May 12th meeting. They will stand as presented. And let's move into the department reports. Maintenance department, facilities improvement updates. Eric, would you like to walk us through the committee with your report?
Sure. So we pretty much just went through the retaining wall drawing review. We'll be putting that out in the public as soon as we get 100% final drafts. We have renderings that we can show, but they do still need to be tweaked ever so slightly. We will be seeing electrical and lighting renderings too within the next couple of weeks. Also with landscaping. So we're really close. It's not 100% final, but
Will it be the next month or during the board meeting for the next one?
I would assume that next month. I mean, like I said, I've been saying this every single month, and
I'm just checking.
happen.
I'm just asking. Just asking.
The one thing that will be potentially stopping us is NICOR. It's not going to be a stop. It's just going to be kind of a delay. So I know they're roughly 3 weeks out before they can submit to their construction crew. So tomorrow we'll be seeing Syndio to start on their fiber relocation. That'll be done before August. Actually, I think it'll be done right around mid-July. So other than that, the retaining wall progress it's still moving, and before you know it, it'll be done. We'll be getting a cellular service install for the elevator here on the 30th. ADS alarm systems is kind of been hit and miss here lately, but I'm not really sure when they will be complete, but I know they have a first floor to do, basement and the attic yet. New courts, Judge Ackert's jury wall, sounds like it'll be starting potentially within the next week or two. The FY23 HVAC upgrade is 100% final. So we have 0 alarms. Everything is up to snuff. I'm happy with that. So it's good to get that off the plate. I know I have various RADs will need to be reprogrammed, but it's like a 5-minute fix. So health department bathrooms, 2 floors. They were finished just a couple hours ago, actually, and they'll be cleaned up. So if you get a chance, take a look at the bathrooms. And what we did was a 2-part epoxy with some sand basically in it, colored sand with a top coating. We did this over the existing tile. So what my thoughts was maybe we can use this as a test and continue on that program with the rest of the bathrooms. Down to the LEC, we had a few issues with EVR damper. That's complete. Insurance claim for LEC and animal control Bid opening will be on the 26th at 9, so hopefully, did we see any openings or bids for any of the insurance stuff?
It was posted on Friday, this past Friday,
Probably not yet.
we have received 2 inquiries for the bid packet, so far, but, still have a little bit of time here.
We've been doing a cell block maintenance, pretty thorough inspection and maintenance, and there's definitely been a couple ticket items that's come up. Just going through them. One being a toilet and sink combo, actually 2 of them, 2 toilet sink combos. It's a stainless steel fixture that has been splitting. So it's cracked and leaking. So we do need to get a few of those coming.
Is that just a failed product or is that inmate damage to your thoughts?
I'm assuming it's a failed product.
Okay.
We didn't see any dents or damage or dings or anything. It's right on a weld on a seam. And 2 failed wall mount benches. So we are going to be basically removing those, fixing the block because the current block is compromised and just going to ground mount benches. So we're just kind of forecasting. We didn't think that we would need to fix any of this, just because the building's realistically 7 years old. But with this moving forward, and we would assume that maybe a few toilets would be kind of failing here and there year after year, so. FMD retaining wall will be starting, it's right now it's to be determined. I know the rain delayed the guys out there, so hopefully before August is what I'm gonna say. We did get a washer and dryer installed at the FMD. The girls have been taking their mop heads and towels and things like that home and washing them at home. So we finally got them situated so they can do it at work. And the Hennepin Lot recycling container is now open. The gates are open, so pickup will be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Opening hours, or the open hours, will be when the facilities crew is around, so roughly 7 to 3:30. I know we have it posted from 6 to 3:30. We have it posted 7 to 3. So it'll be open a little bit longer than posted. We installed new tower fencing at the Eldina Tower. The fence was falling apart and falling over. Matterport scanning is back up and starting. We have a company that is called Data Wrangler. I'll be trying to introduce them to our facilities. They basically monitor electrical usage per facility. And they should be able to see our peak demand times for specific mechanicals and things like that, and show us potentially how to save some money on the electrical side. So waiting to hear back from them. Other than that, we have budgeting season starting, so if any of you department heads are watching, we'll be getting a hold of you to see if you have any requests for 27 and beyond. It's pretty much all I have for you guys. I know the judges parking in between new courts and the FMD old jail, in that gate, on the gate, they wanted a fence screen, so I did put that on for a new work request. I don't have solid numbers, but I'm assuming it's gonna be roughly $1,500 for a fence screen, maybe under. So,
All right. Any questions? No questions. All right.
You're
No,
on top of it.
yeah. All right. I don't see any work orders, so let's go right into the building official report. Jody, would you like to walk us through your report?
During the month of May, the building department processed 59 permits and 11 contractor registrations. The total valuation of $1,348,025. The total in permit fees of $12,473.77. I don't have any updates to give you on the Magnuson Hotel. That's just kind of been in limbo. I haven't heard anything from their architects. The last I knew, they were working with the Dixon Rural Fire Department, trying to determine how much of the buildings were going to need to be sprinkled. Like I say in my report here, I was attended a conference last week in Milwaukee for floodplain managers. Went well, got some good information. And I think that's about all I got going on right now. Otherwise, everything's pretty much status quo.
All right. I notice you have 11 contractors, say that word.
Registrations.
Yes. That's something new we're doing, correct?
Yes.
All right.
It is
Can you
something-
kind of just elaborate a little bit more on what that does and how, I mean, I know it is, but
Yeah.
just for the people, 4 or 5 people that will watch this.
There's a one-time fee of $50 and proof of that the contractors are insured. And then they are now required to be registered with us to do work in the county.
Awesome. Okay.
Electricians, concrete contractors, general contractors.
Handyman.
Yep. You're doing any kind of thing like that?
So you've got 11. So how many we got total that you get off
I
the
don't
top
ha-
of your head?
There's probably close to about 50 or 60 total.
Good, good, awesome. I know that was something that we wanted to do some time ago.
Mhm.
We just didn't have you here to push that.
Sure.
Okay. All right.
All
Any
right.
questions? No? All right. No unfinished business? No new business? New business, the trade agreement discussion? Okay. All right. Who's got that? Is that you? Jim?
Sure. Mr. Mr. Wilson had asked for us to look into a national trade agreement that is out there in regard to solar projects specific to unions. And there's a what I was able to find is that there's a national tri-trade agreement between 3 unions in regard to solar projects. One is the electrical union, the operators, and I'm missing one off the top of my head, but the concern is that are we essentially, not we, but are the developers of the projects not looking at all, if they're looking at union labor, are they looking at all the unions to make sure that the labor is spread out evenly, as well as local contractors? So what Mr. Wilson wanted to look at was us to research the national agreements that are out there between the union parties and solar projects, as well as if there's anything that we should be looking at internally on that within our own ordinances. Speaking with the zoning administrator, Hinkle, currently the solar projects that do come through submit like a project labor agreement within their submittals, and that is who will be working on those projects and what unions or general contractors are there. And that is part of the state statute that has to be submitted with those anyway. So there's some state things that we need to look at, and then there's also some of this national stuff. But again, a lot of those supersede what the county can do. But and it really depends on if the county wants to be involved in who, or what contractors are involved in these projects in the future. So it's just something that we're looking at, and we're going to continue to investigate.
If it's something that we do move forward on it, would we have to change our ordinance to indicate?
So we would probably have to change some language in the ordinance to call out specifics, yes.
Right, and then could the state come back on us, say that
That I'm not aware of yet. So Alice is looking into it and so am I.
you can't change our rules? That's, I'm speaking as this, the state would
Yeah.
say, you can't change our rules. We made out these rules.
Well, we can't,
Am I right?
I don't want to speak for the zoning office, but I do believe we cannot have higher restrictions than the state in regard to those types of projects. So,
But I think that because the state of Illinois is pro-union, they would be for this, I think. My thoughts. I would want to speak for the state of Illinois.
yeah, and I think that's probably why there's the National Tri-Trade Agreement out there that I could find. Not all unions are represented in that. And I think that might have been the concern here. So that was the National Tri-Trade Solar Agreement is between the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Laborers International Union of North America, and the International Union of Operators Engineers. So it doesn't include like the Carpenters Union and, some of the other trades that are out there. So I think it was more of, are we getting everybody a fair shot at these projects? Or are they, what is the county's ability or stance on this? So.
Well, I'd like to employ our people for sure, and people who are qualified for sure. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. Anybody? You
Glad to
what?
hear.
I just got an awesome email. All right,
Can
so
you share it with us?
I'm gonna share it.
Oh, hey, the
Hey.
first for everybody here,
This is
live, dun, 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 dun.
I just got an email. From Congressman LaHood's office.
From who?
Congressman LaHood's office, the House Appropriations Committee recently announced that the Lee County Highway Department facility project has been approved by the committee with a funding level of
That
$2 million.
is Awesome. Thank you,
So-
Mr. LaHood.
thank you, thank you.
2 million. So we requested 4. They were approving it.
Well, hey,
That's awesome stuff.
that's good stuff. You heard it here. If 4 people are listening, you heard it here.
And actually, there are 4 people online.
There
right
are? Okay.
now. So
Everybody wave at the 4 people.
this is also for your, parent committee, your own committee with,
Right.
county services. But, so next steps will be, the Senate floor still has to vote on this legislation and then it will have to be signed into law in October. But, so at this point, Appropriations Committee on the legislation did complete the vote for this. House floor voted on the legislation and that moved through. So 2 more steps and we're moving forward. That's great
All right.
stuff.
All right. Well,
All right.
great new business, great information as that. All right. We don't need to go to executive committee or nothing like that, right? For session, but we can, need a motion to adjourn. Okay. I got one. Oh, we don't need a second one, do we? We need a
Right-
second?
Right behind.
second that. We got a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Motion carried. Meeting adjourned. Thanks.